just go on to prove that realistically, besides the rhetoric, Pakistan cannot afford to engage India aggressively at this stage. You've had to retreat this time.
Obviously, that is the logic. No, there is no retreat. I don't think there is any retreat. I think it is a clarification. I think logic to logic, as I understand, it is not possible that Pakistan army is trying to escalate. And I think there is a propaganda, and I think there's a design behind whatever is happening.
Whose design? Kiani's design? General Kiani's design?
Your design.
I thought it was General Kiani's design to maintain his relevance.
No, I think it is your army's design. No, I don't think so. These are all cooked up stories which you say that to maintain its relevance, the army, Pakistan army, to maintain its relevance, keeps Kashmir issue alive. This is all nonsense. This is absolute nonsense.
General Musharraf.
That is not the case. Pakistan army believes that we must resolve disputes with India.
General Musharraf.
Pakistan army believes that we have to resolve the Kashmir dispute.
General Musharraf, you as a general, army chief, and then as a politician and president, have been known for your aggressiveness. I can see that aggression on this interview as well. Now, you have labeled Qadri's protest a success and said the time is ripe in Pakistan for change. You have said, and I'm quoting you, that change would have become the order of the day if I had been in place of General Kiani. Are you saying that it is time for the Pakistani army to take over? Are you advocating another coup in Pakistan?
Now listen, now don't distort my words. Don't stop distorting.
So these are your words.
Now you have said that I said that change would have been order. I never said those words, the last part. First part, yes, change is due. Change towards better politics. But don't involve anywhere. I refuse to answer questions from your side about internal situation of Pakistan.
Why is that?
You have no concern? Please keep that out.
Why is that? The internal situation of Pakistan impacts the region as well.
Why have you not allowed our hockey players? Why are you kicking out our singers? Why are you doing that?
Sir, because as you understand the depth of the sentiment in India.
What kind of democracy are you running?
Sir, the anger has tipped over.
What kind of relations are you trying to maintain with your neighbors?
Sir, the anger has tipped over.
You tell me that. Give me the answer for that.
The anger has tipped over, Pervez Musharraf, and you know that.
Well, anger... You are escalating. You are trying to escalate, and I think there is a malicious design behind whatever you are doing.
General Musharraf, I want to ask you one more question. In January 2012, you said you would return to Pakistan later that month. You said, I'm not scared of returning, and whatever charges have been leveled against you, I will face. A year has passed, but Pervez Musharraf has not set foot on Pakistani soil. Are you returning to Pakistan? And give me an unequivocal and clear answer. Are you returning? When are you returning? Are you going to participate in the elections, or will you remain in London? Don't dodge this question and say I have no right to ask you that question.
I will be... No, I'll give you that right. I will return. I've said it 110 times. I won't give the date. I will participate in elections. I have said this also 110 times. I repeat. But date, I will decide. I haven't decided as yet, but certainly before the elections.
General Pervez Musharraf, I have just one question to ask you, and I am requesting you now. Don't tell me I won't take a question because it's Kargil. I am asking you a humanitarian question. And I have been wanting to ask you this question for the last 4 or 5 months, ever since the father of Captain Saurabh Kalia, who's a martyr in Kargil, came on my program. I don't know if you've heard of Captain Saurabh Kalia. You said recently you don't regret the Kargil operation.
No.
So 6 Indian soldiers, including Captain Saurabh Kalia, were brutally mutilated in the summer of 1999. Their eardrums were pierced with hot rods, their bodies were burnt with cigarettes, their eyes were punctured, their teeth were broken, their skull was fractured, their lips were cut, their noses were chipped off. I cannot tell you, sir, what happened. I am asking today Pervez Musharraf, the soldier, that was this the right way in which to return a soldier's body? He was an Indian soldier who gave up his life fighting for our army, for our nation. Would you say you would regret what has happened to Captain Saurabh Kalia?
This is now, I'm getting worked up, but I'm controlling myself.
Yes, sir.
This is nonsense. It is lies. It is fabrication. It is trying to portray Pakistan and Pakistan army in the worst. This is what is done, and this is a game that you always play. This is untrue. This is absolute lies. Indian army may do these things. Pakistan army does not do these things.
Well, I think you've given me an answer, and I know, as you said, you don't want to take further questions on that.
Well,
but General Musharraf, therefore...
Yeah, because I know that you people are always trying to portray, you want to let down Pakistan army, you want to let down ISI, but you want to cover up your RAW. What RAW did in East Pakistan? They've divided half our country.
They were in...
What you are doing in Siachen, you don't want to talk about it.
So their bodies were handed over by the Pakistan army.
Kargil.
Captain Saurabh Kalia's body was returned by the Pakistan army.
Bodies, are we
he was in captivity for 22 days.
If we were to hand over bodies, mutilate, are we mad to do that?
He was in captivity for 22 days.
Hand over such mutilated bodies to you? Why wouldn't we just deny that they are not there?
Sir, he was captured.
Are we that mad?
He was captured.
You cook up these things. No. Your army cooks up these things and portrays Pakistan army in bad light through your media.
Sir,
by cooking up, and maybe the father of this officer was also brought and briefed.
Sir,
say all this
object.
in the media.
Sir,
so
I
that
object.
Pakistan army is put in the as a rogue army.
Sir,
now stop doing this.
Sir,
our army does not do this.
Sir, I object to what you've said, but you have your right to have your view, and I have a right to put my question. But I want to say this to you.
You may keep objecting, but I know that these are realities.
Well, realities...
I know that how your media is handled to portray, to project Pakistan, to undermine Pakistan army, undermine ISI. That is what you people do. It is your intelligence which does that.
Sir, let me tell you.
It is anyone's intelligence. A lot of countries do these things, and you do this in a very effective manner.
I don't know what
you portray to the public of India these things.
I don't know what perspective you have of the media. The Indian media is far more free and independent for that. But at this point of time, the Indian media also is reflecting the mood of the nation. General Musharraf, you've given me straight answers. I disagree with many of your answers, but you have not dodged my questions, except I would have liked to put more detailed questions on Kargil to you, which I hope at one time later we will get that opportunity. But for taking my questions from London, live on Times Now, General Pervez Musharraf, thank you for talking to me. It's a